recording started. So again, officially, Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. So. Yes. Recording is not clear in the sense. What do you mean? Oh no, last week's, right? Last week's was not there. But what about the previous year? Earlier ones? Fine. Only last time only it was issue. No, yes, last time there was indeed an issue. The power cut, something, lot of things have happened. So yes, there was an inconvenience. So I regret. So now coming to our satsang, last week's session, I think we have finished only 2 shlokas covering the importance of elders in the family and women in the family. So I don't want to repeat the same things again. We head back with the 41st sloka. But before we do that, let me quickly wrap up with the final closing moments or closing statement about. There's a lot of when acharyas say that women are not intelligent. We need to understand that we should not take the literal meaning there. We should not take the literal meaning, because we need to understand. However, here the intelligency aspect is not compared in that way. But in whatever the situation they are in, even a Draupadi, he has in the Shastras it is compared with Draupadi. Draupadi is very intelligent. She used to manage the accounts of Pandavas. How many of you know this before this session? Anyone know? Last week we know. Yes. I know. Rian will bring that logic only. Last week I gave to them. Yes. So Draupadi is such an intelligent lady where she used to manage the accounts of Pandavas, and she used to have 50,000 maids serving her. So such kind of princess she was, and still she, that much intelligent person, she needed protection. She was looking for protection, and looking for protection is nothing wrong, because this kind of, now when Shastras say like this, always now the modern people say that's why I don't like Shastras. That's why they differentiate, they show partiality about men only. That's why they will argue. But we need to understand, a lot of people, lot of women in the society, they will not try to make even attempt to understand what might be the hidden meaning in it. But when acharyas like this or Chanakya Mahaprabhu Chanakya Pandit says like that, we need to really contemplate what is the inner meaning behind that. Yes, there was the exploitation done by quoting this statement. A lot of apasampradayas have shown a lot of these things. Now I don't want to get into sati and all. You know sati, right? Sati was abolished by Raja Ram Mohan Rai. But do you understand why sati was in place? It was encouraged, by the way. It was encouraged. There was an altogether different reason for sati. Do you know that? What was the reason? Can you give one logical explanation for sati? Now it is very ground shaking this thing. How come it is supported? Sati was allowed actually. There was a valid reason for that. Let us not dwell into that. We will take it offline. But there was a valid reason. But of course, the reason was something different. But later, that was exploited wrongly. It was forcefully done. It was actually a voluntary act by women to get into funeral pyre along with husband. Do you know Pandu Maharaj?
Yes.
How many wives Pandu has? What are the names of the wives? How did Madhuri passed away? Sati only. She opted, voluntarily she opted. That's again different topic, I don't want to get into it, but we need to understand when Shastras or when big acharyas say like this that women are not intelligent, we need to understand the intent behind it, why it is being said. Whatever the intelligent, for example, in my house, girl and boy are there. Now, for taking Bhavika, now basically she is into mass communications and journalism. And it is her duty of interacting with lot of people call for a podcast. Please. So, but I take extra precaution. I go along with her, either someone goes along with her. So, we are protective about her. But if Dhruv is there, no, he will go along, let him suffer in auto, let him go alone in train. Like that, we give that independence to boy. But ladies, we are extra cautious. right? So we should not take that in a negative sense. A lot of devotees are there who are actually, I don't know whether the Mataji who has given a Draupadi session. You remember the Mataji which she has given session in what's her name? Ujjwala Rani Mataji. She is a PhD. She is a PhD holder. She's a very education wise. She's in a very big this thing. I mean, PhD in some, I think scriptures only, Sanskrit, I think. I don't know, I don't remember exactly, but she's a PhD holder. Doctor. Yes. Lot of things are there. But they never announce, you come here, मैं ज़्यादा हूँ. That thing is not there. But we need to understand that ladies, that's why Shastras he also even say that always women should be under protection. Till she gets married, under the protection of father or brother, and after she gets married, she should be under the protection of husband, and after husband leaves, she should be under the protection of brother or son. Unnecessarily they don't quote like that. There is a valid reason for doing that, because she holds a responsibility of entire clan, entire वंशा, dynasty. अगर एक आदमी pollute होता है तो only he would be either impacting himself, but if a woman gets polluted, it will impact the entire dynasty. That is the reason why women should be under protection, it is said. Okay, so we need to understand that. So already we discussed 1.39. Prabhuji, immediately. Last time this was the problem.
Another thing is, Prabhuji, I think, another thing is if there is a normal coin, 1 rupee coin, it can, if there is a normal 1 rupee coin, and if it is somewhere lying somewhere, we may not care.
Women?
We may not care.
We may not care, yes.
But if it is a gold coin, we will care a lot. So we will keep it very safe.
Yes.
So that's why women are good at gold.
कोई बोलते हैं ना, वो क्या एक मूवी में भी डायलॉग है, वो औरत वो क्या कुछ सामान, जब भी मेट में कुछ डायलॉग था, वो किसी के सामान है करके कुछ डायलॉग है, तिजोरी खुली तिजोरी या समथिंग, क्या. So it's women lot of importance. Not only that, a lot of examples are there, but yes, we need to understand that
women are gold coin, we are just lying.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so when elders have some substantial wisdom to offer to the young ones, there are greater chances. I think we need to separate this. Rian and Havish, please. Okay, let's not play now. Okay. But finally, at the last, there would be a quiz, because today we are ending the chapter 1, so there would be a quiz. So be prepared for those questions. So when elders have some substantial wisdom to offer to the young ones.
At what time is the quiz?
7:30, 7:45 or 8 o'clock.
I have some work at 7:30.
Fine, no problem. Okay, when elders have some substantial wisdom to offer to the young ones, there are greater chances that the young ones will listen. Young will listen actually. Okay, 1.40 also we have covered it. I don't want to dwell it, but I am only going to cover. The reason we had a debate also last time. Yes, this was the debate. According to Chanakya Pandit, women are generally not very intelligent and therefore not trustworthy. Trustworthy also, they are not even trustworthy. Because with the emotion, they can easily be manipulative. When compared to a boy, women can be easily manipulative. Already we have discussed in detail last week, so I don't want to dwell into that. Debate 2. As children are very prone to be misled, women are similarly very prone to degradation. Therefore, both children and women are require protection by the elder members of the family. So this was also the debate which we already completed. Now, differences and similarities. Already this also we discussed. So, though soul perspective, both women and men are same. There is a possibility, agar wife and husband are fighting and they are leaving the body with a consciousness that उसने मुझे इतना torture किया करके torture करके conscious में जाएंगे तो again you will be taking a next life with a woman body.
Maybe if a woman is thinking like he tortured me a lot, and by thinking that
I should torture him.
Maybe the man will become daughter-in-law and she will become mother-in-law.
That depends. Yes, husband wife वो सब होता है Prabhuji. It's not a joke, Prabhuji. It's not a joke. It actually literally happens. There are so many families like that. They are very affluent families where they fight a lot. Affluent families, they fight a lot. Though money is not a matter, but they fight a lot, and with that consciousness when they leave, right? Because from the society perspective they will not get separated, but inner they suffer a lot. घर में बात नहीं करते हैं. I have seen I know one Mataji who gone to depression by not talking to the Mataji, Prabhuji not talking to the Mataji for 6 months non-stop. They are there in the house. They're not talking, and he is not allowing the kid. He's not allowing the kid to meet his mother. And she went to depression. And finally she died. I'm saying, Prabhuji said, Mataji, family, in the 4 walls, we should create that ambience for the kids. Okay, so that's the reason. So differences and similarities, though husband and wife, or girl or a woman and a man, from a soul perspective, they are same. But from the middle world में आए हैं, तो there is a difference. Body, man, woman, body is different. Mind is also different. Intelligence is also different. The ego levels are also different. That's in the middle world. They are different.
That's really bad, not allowing a mother and child to meet and talk and.
That's right. प्रभु जी आप ये तो इतना भावुक होने की जरूरत नहीं प्रभु जी, इतने बहुत से देखे हैं. But the thing is, a point I'm saying, when it's torture, yes, there are. We are very lucky that we are having a wonderful association. We are having wonderful family members who are taking care. So it should not be a problem. But we need to understand that there is a difference between man and woman from a material perspective. My body, mind, intelligence, and ego. All 4 are different for man and woman. The way they think, the way mind acts. Now scientifically also, now recently they are proving recently I was studying something in brain, some portion is there where their logic, their sense of thinking is different, and men's sense of thinking is different. So mind, intelligence, and ego, body are different.
Cortex and
something is there. Even scientifically, recently in the last 1 or 2 decades, it has scientifically also proven that body, mind, and intelligence is also different. The way they think is different. Even now these days, even most of the IT corporates, they are recommending women leaders. I don't know, this is the new drive going on in the last 5 years. I don't know whether you know it or not. But because a lot of drives are happening where in the leadership roles they are promoting only women. They are not taking men.
Actually, they want mixture, Prabhuji, so that there is a different perspective.
No, Prabhu. That ratio is, I accept, Prabhu. There is a minimum, there is a ratio should be there in IT. That is the different aspect. But for certain leadership roles, they are looking for only women. That also is there, Prabhu.
Because of EQ.
So EQ, yeah, whatever. So the scientifically also it is proven that man and woman, all this mind, intelligence, ego are also different. Okay, so we need to understand that body is a vehicle now. So already we have seen it. And women and men both are intelligent. Emotional intelligence, relatively, women they have more. That we need to understand. And rational intelligence, dealing with external people and any transaction and all, men are good at. I see, right? Sometimes I test my kids. I used to test my kids in childhood. So when I say, Bhavika, go and get some vegetables or some shopping, you go and do whatever kilo yanta, 10 rupees, 10 rupees she gives and take. And if I say tell the same thing to Dhruv, he goes 10 rupees. Why 10 rupees? There they are giving 7 rupees, no 6 rupees, no, like that. He will argue and he will find all the options and try to get it.
But I've seen other way around. Women bargaining
No. Relatively I'm saying. Now gold and saree, obviously they are good at bargaining, no doubt about that. But I don't want to generalize it. But the main point here is external transaction with the people, not only from a shopping perspective. Generally, in general, the rational intelligence is more. Now, don't say that women के पास rational intelligence नहीं होता. I don't mean that, but relatively, women are exceptions in this, and men are exceptions in this. That's what I mean to say. In minority, there are males also who cry, but they are relatively low. That's what I mean.
When I was leaving Australia, my friend, like his wife also knows me very well, but she wasn't crying that much, but he was crying like a baby, so so I saw that.
Yeah, make a note, it's an exception.
That's an exception.
Generally, men, even घर में भी बोलते हैं ना, अरे नो मगाड़ी रहा, why you are boy रे, why you are crying, Avish? Didn't your mother or dad tell you anytime like this? No, never. చేయడం అన్నారా, ఏడుపు వచ్చేసి ఏడ్చేయమన్నారా? Good. Okay, so we need to understand that women generally, when not given an option, we should they attend for degradation. So that's what we wanted to say. Now already we discussed Draupadi, highly competent, protection at different levels. Physically, though husbands are there, she also, the point what acharyas are trying to say is that though such a intelligent lady also looking for protection, physical protection, emotional protection, intellectual protection, spiritual protection is needed, is even needed for her, for a caliber of Draupadi. So we need to understand that. Now, uncivilized or ordinary woman, Srila Prabhupada says, Chanakya Pandita says, Vishwasam naiva kartavyam strishu raja kuleshu cha. Don't trust women and politicians. Srila Prabhupada says, don't trust women and politicians. Already Rian also confirmed last time, right? Yes? You should not believe in women, right? Never trust a politician or a woman. Of course, when a woman comes to Krishna consciousness, that position is different. We are speaking of ordinary women. Okay, never trust a politician or a woman. Of course, when a woman comes to Krishna consciousness, that position is different. We are speaking about ordinary women. Are any bells ringing when we say this statement? When woman comes to Krishna consciousness, that position is different. We are speaking of ordinary women. When they come to devotion or Krishna consciousness, they are surrounded by devotees. There is a possibility of consciousness change, and they might be soft, and that position is different. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Okay. So trustworthiness means that you can't trust someone. So today you say something, and later it might get changed, especially with women. Okay. Now let us go to 1.41. So this is what we are going to start today. So someone wanted to recite the shloka? Mac is seeing seriously. Mujhe mat bulao. Oh, you have to do? Fine, go ahead. Yeah, let us try to do it together, okay? Kulananam kulasya cha patanti pitaro hesham lupta pindolakakriya. Yeah. So translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. So please repeat after me. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. He is testing the need of pinda, keeping pinda at least once in a year for your forefathers. If you are not putting it, kindly try to make an act of doing it once in a year at least. Okay? Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. According to the rules and regulations of fruitative activities, there is a need to offer periodical food and water to the forefathers of the family. This offering is performed by worship of Vishnu, because eating the remnants of food offered to Vishnu can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Sometimes the forefathers may be suffering from various types of sinful reactions, and sometimes some of them cannot even acquire a gross material body and are forced to remain in subtle bodies as ghosts. Thus, when remnants of prasadam food are offered to forefathers by descendants, the forefathers are released from ghostly or other kinds of miserable life. Please, Prabhuji and Mataji, kindly take this seriously. Such Help rendered to forefathers is a family tradition, and those who are not in devotional life are required to perform such rituals. One who is engaged in devotional life, is not required to perform such actions. Simply by performing devotional service, one can deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. It is stated in the Bhagavatam. देवर्षि भूताप्त नृणाम पितॄणाम न किंकरो नायम नृणि च राजन सर्वात्मना या शरणम शरण्यम गतो मुकुंदम परिहृत्या कर्तम. Means anyone who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligations and has taken to the path of all seriousness, owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, general living entities, family members, humankind or forefathers. Such obligations are automatically fulfilled by performance of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? Yes, Prabhuji.
So when we say devotee, anyone who takes the name of Guru
Yes.
is a devotee.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So if you go with that logic,
Yes.
we are saying one who is engaged in devotional
Yes.
life
Yes.
is not required to perform such actions.
24/7, Prabhu. 24/7. Yes. 24/7. You have dedicated your life to Supreme Lord. Are you? Are we? Are we? So, have you seen devotees who have dedicated their lives 24/7? You have seen, right? Yes. For them, Prabhu. Yeah. Yes, but here it is given, no? Mukunda, the giver of liberation. Mukunda, giver of liberation. Whoever gives the liberation, he is called Mukunda.
Mukunda is called, Krishna is called Mukunda.
Yes. Since he liberation.
He has killed one.
That is Kesi
Mukunda.
Guru.
He has killed.
That's how he got the name.
Yes.
That is also there, but the first definition comes this, Prabhu. Giver of even Keshava also he killed a Keshi demon. Mukunda also there is a demon, but the first meaning comes this, Prabhu. Second meaning comes that. Yeah. But make a note, Mukunda, whenever asks the meaning of Mukunda, we should say that giver of liberation. Should be the first one. Okay? Additional examples from Parampara. So, continues from previous Shava. Fighting will cause family destruction to the following 6-step sequence. Now, Prabhuji and Mataji is, now you know the reasons, right? What are the reasons for Arjuna not fighting war? Compassion. No, second reason. Sin, that's also right, but second reason. What is the second reason? First is compassionate. No, second is enjoyment. I can't enjoy.
How will I enjoy?
How will I enjoy? That is the second reason. Third one is a sinful reactions. If I do the war, sinful reaction. Fourth one is family tradition. External reason is one is family traditions. So now fighting will cause family destruction in the following system. Even that steps is given. What are the steps? First, hellish life for family and destroyers of the family. So whoever kills the elderly people, he will get a sin. Right? He will get a sin. That is the first. Second, so here the explanation is given, quality of kingdom is not determined by the quality of leaders. It depends on the quality of people in the kingdom. King is only one, but there are a lot of people whom king is ruling. Of course, king accommodates the respective citizens for having a proper spiritual consciousness development. That's why, at that time, like, Krishna Devaraya and the Chola kings, a lot of kings are there. They gave importance to the temples. I don't know, have you seen the old temples with big stambhas and all? How they could do at that time? So they used to give priority for spreading the spiritual consciousness among the citizens through temples. So quality of a kingdom is not determined by the quality of the leaders, it depends on the quality of the people in the kingdom. Now Arjuna is saying that life will be hell when we'll have many people are born from illegitimate relations. I don't want to quote actually. I don't want to quote grossly. But you are seeing, right, in the states like US, this thing. What kind of mixing has happened already? I don't want to dwell into that, but please, I think a lot of devotees here might have already visited US. You might have seen US and other so many countries. Mix of people, and their names, their this thing, lot of things. So indirectly, it is also coming into India. Unfortunately. So with illegal conversions and lot of things are happening. Yeah. So caliber of the people who are born in totally dependent on the consciousness of the people who are uniting. So caliber of the people who are born. Now here he is stressing the need with what consciousness people are coming together. Man and woman, with what consciousness are they coming together, also determines the caliber of the children who are coming. Right? So that is important. So that's what Garbhadan Sanskar is given that much importance. And believe me, Prabhuji and Matajis, I think I already repeated this, in the little 8 years of my Krishna consciousness journey, I have seen devotees who have properly performed Garbhadan Sanskar and how their kids are. How their kids are and how our kids are. I am seeing the comparison. And there is a lot of difference, believe me. So that's why the Garbhadan Sanskar is given a lot of importance.
Example, Prahlad Maharaj as
No problem. Prahlad Maharaj, let us not compare us with Prahlad Maharaj.
well. Not as they were Garbhadan, they were
No, that particular thing was not there, Prabhu. Because his father.
Abhimanyu was.
No, Hiranyakashipu never had a consciousness that I need to have a devotee kid. When Prahlad was in womb, he got the education from Narada Muni. Narada Muni. That's a different thing. Now, are we that kind of a consciousness? Now because Prabhuji, we need to understand that they are they are devotees or people from Satyuga, Treta Yuga. We are from Kali Yuga. So at that time, even the kid who is there in womb also was having consciousness. And Parikshit Maharaj could see Krishna in his womb. Parikshit Maharaj, the son of, who is Parikshit Maharaj? Son of, are you sure? No, Abhimanyu, he has seen Krishna in his mother's womb. And who is his mother? Uttara, yes. So, but we need to understand that consciousness is very important when two people are coming together. It's very, very important. Okay? And Shastra's greatness is, now, okay, that thing has happened. With that consciousness we could not get. Now, at this situation, how we can move forward? Also, Shastras are giving. Let us try to imbibe the values. Let us try to give the importance of Shastras to the kids. Now, our schools, only science books, CBSE, ICSE, they will not give importance. They give importance on how to earn money, how to materially become rich. But they don't give the knowledge of how to face the calamities in our life, face the problems in our life. Are we sure that we don't have problems, or we are not going to face problems? Is anyone sure here? Prabhuji, I'm perfectly fine, Prabhu. We are having good bank balance, and I have ensured that my kids are properly being taken care. Can you give a guarantee? Because a lot of people think, right, we are protective, but the comedy of life is, whatever the picture we have faced, the same picture our kids will not face. It is a harsh reality. For with whatever the thing you are trying to protect the kids, they might be coming up with a different challenge.
No, money doesn't give you guarantee, Otherwise you can see, unfortunately, Ambani's son. Unfortunately.
Yeah, good that our devotees in the satsang, they know the reality. But try to understand that whatever the cinema we faced, our kids are not going to face. Krishna is giving a different cinema to each and every soul. The best what we can give is try to give values and try to make them mentally or emotionally strong such that they can face the problems. That's the best we can do. Sometimes I laugh at myself. What I laugh at? I am a school and college topper in mathematics, and my kid, I don't want school which has mathematics. Now, my son who has joined in 11th class, he is from the last he is 4th or 5th. in mathematics. So I can't cry upon, right? I can't put my trumpet in front of them. अरे मैं मैथमेटिक्स स्कूल एंड कॉलेज टॉपर, तू कैसे मेरे को कैसे पैदा हुआ करके मैं उनको गाली तो नहीं दे सकता ना. Right? So point is, the kids, they will be having a different picture what Krishna will present to them. We need to prepare them with the picture. We need to equip them with direction, production, music, knowledge and all. Screenplay, how to deal, all these things we need to give skills to them. That's what we can do. Okay? So that's what the meaning is of this statement. So John Lennon, Beatles band, once said, 90% of England is born on Saturday night. Yes. In fact, I have been in England for 2 years, London, and when now I am able to correlate this statement from Srila Prabhupada when he said. I will tell you. Probably that's okay. That's okay. So probably this statement, why Srila Prabhupada quoted entire England, 90% of the England is born on Saturday nights. I could not correlate the statement that 90% of England is born on Saturday nights. Why he has quoted? When I have heard this statement first time in 2018 or 2019, but I went to UK. I was in UK from 2007 to 2009. And
now it's slightly changed. It's born on Friday.
Yeah. No, when he meant Saturday means Friday and Saturday. That's right. Basically, he meant weekends. Because I could sense that. Because
in 2008 it was Saturday. I was also there.
So point is why he has quoted. Now I think Mac might be too early to know all these things, but you understand why I am saying. Because I have seen, because in UK when I was there, I was not in Krishna consciousness. So I used to take a Cine World pass. The Cine World pass is only 10 pounds. In the 10 pounds, whole day from 11 o'clock till night 11 o'clock you can be there in the movie theatre. No, there are 6 halls, no? 6 halls. 6 halls or 6 movies would be there, no? So 6 halls would be there, 6 theatres would be there. So 10 pounds, see all the movies. And we go late. So Friday night and Saturday night, I see Prabhuji, hundreds. I don't want to explain here. You can imagine what I am trying to say. It's too much actually. It's too much. And this statement made a lot of sense actually. I think Prabhupada had been really very generous in saying 90%, I believe. No, John Lennon, Beatles band once said, same quotation Prabhupada uses actually. Prabhupada uses. 90% of the England is born on Saturday nights. Huh? You are not there in UK, Prabhu? You didn't went. Yeah, you went to foreign, right? Switzerland. How many days you were there? 8 months also. I don't know. I'm basically referring to Friday and Saturday nights pubs, Prabhu. Pub culture is there, and they will go the free hanging and free this thing. A lot of things are there. But I don't want to dwell since.
You're trying to say that most of the people come out on Saturday only?
No, Prabhu. They go to Friday evening is full josh. They go, and pub they will spend almost 6, and even pub wala also they will keep it open till midnight, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. also. 5 a.m. also, Prabhu. And I don't want to describe here. It is lot of.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So it is predicted in Bhavishya Puran. Please listen to this. Skanda, it is predicted in Bhavishya Puran that there will be dangerous demons who will enter Earth's planet and destroy it. How they will come? Like this only they will come. Like this only they will come. Okay. Unwanted children are the ones who are not wanted neither by the father nor by the mother. Have you heard just 1 week back one news has come where one day's baby was caught by a dog in the street? I'm really sorry to give gory examples. Just 1 week, 10 days back in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh. One day's baby was caught by a dog and it was eating on the road. So why? This is mixed. Example, mother of second child in Boston. There is another example, but the same thing. That's what we wanted to tell. Like Prabhuji, it's not that this example I'm quoting. In your own life, you might have seen a lot of families where women once get degraded. What kind of things? How they family run and all. For paisa they will get converted. This thing, lot of things are happening. Prabhuji and Mataji's. Post-birth samskaras cannot do much. Post-birth samskaras cannot do much when the pre-birth samskaras was not performed properly. In Kali Yuga, 99.99% of people are Varna Shankara, unwanted. Parents have no higher reason in mind when they beget such children. It might be a very harsh statement. How many parents are getting kids with a consciousness that I should get a devotee kid in my family? How many? That keeping in sense, Prabhupada is quoting this.
We don't know that we don't have this knowledge.
Yes, that's all right. At least they don't have a knowledge. हो गया हो गया. No, the mistake is committed. Now at least from अभी तो knowledge आया है. Let us try at least from this point. Let us try to implement in our children. Prabhu, this is how the legacy will pass on, Prabhu. Tomorrow Skanda should be a good preacher. How he will become a preacher? By he following. His parents are wonderfully nurturing Skanda. After 10 days or 20 days, after 10 or 20 years, my eyes, बुढ़ा हो के मैं भी हिलूंगा. खड़खड़ाना क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? This legacy this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita should be carried forward by the next generations. By this knowledge, okay, we committed some mistake. Now let us not try to do this from this point at least. Let us not try to do Pinda every year. Let us try to do what are the samskaras are there now. If ladies are getting pregnant, let us do Simantam, Garbhadan samskar, Annaprasna samskar, Oni function. All these are samskaras, Prabhuji and Mataji's. At least if we get a knowledge now, let us do it. Now even that samskaras we should do with a consciousness. Simantam, samskara. But then I should keep. I have to keep. I need to get from Chandana Brothers. That saree only I want. No, that is not the consciousness. When Simantam we are doing, we are praying Lord Vishnu, Lord, please, I need the blessings of all the devotees who are coming. I need the blessing. I need to give prasadam properly. They should be happy. They should bless the child in the womb that he is coming with a good values. Like that blessings I need. With that consciousness we should be having. Now even Simantam function also, because my photography friend is there, Lakshmikant Prabhu, he tells all these things. Even Simantam also, it's like auditions, movie heroine auditions. Please, Prabhuji and Mother, we need to do that with the correct consciousness. My girl got she got that mature function was there. We were fighting. Myself and Shanti were fighting. We should do it very grand. My dad is dad and mom, grand and all hangama. No, I need only devotees blessings. We will give good prasadam properly to them. We need devotee blessings. That's it. Nothing hangama. But we did hangama. We should balance.
That became default, Prabhuji.
Huh?
That became default. We have to do it.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. So like that we also have fights. So Prabhuji, we need to understand samskaras also. There are some devotees, there are some people who are doing it, but we should do with a correct consciousness, not with a wrong consciousness. Alani navagudani gaadu. Please don't talk to me. I am in that consciousness. No. we should understand the emotions. We should have a correct consciousness when we are doing any samskara, not with a motive of attracting. My circle will increase. I will do a show off. See how much wonderful stage I built. In the name, Mataji's and Prabhuji's, in the name of spirituality also we can have an entertainment. Please. Today I was hearing to lecture of Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. I was hearing a lecture of Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, how Krishna will deal with sadhakas, means newcomers. I was hearing. He was quoting three things. One is distraction, deviation. Please remember, I will forget again. Please remember. Okay, distraction, deviation, and determination. Please remember three. I will forget again. Remember, right? While the session is happening, someone probably while session is happening, Ashish Prabhu can go big yarn. He can do like that. He can yarn. That's a deviation. Sorry, distraction. That's a distraction. Something you might have thought. Probably Amrita Mataji is listening to the session. Suddenly some tongue करके one WhatsApp message came. ये चंदना brothers 2 का 4 सारी offer आ गया. So there is a temptation of seeing her mobile. कितना है 2 का 4 offer का सारी. There is a possibility. That's a distraction. Sorry, deviation. No, distraction only. Distraction only. I am sure it is distraction. It is distraction. Distraction is something which happens momentarily. No, you really wanted to be spiritually conscious, because we all are sadhakas. We are not in a bhava stage. We all are.
You gave very correct example. For me, that's very applicable. I get.
This is deviation.
No, this is also distraction only. I will tell you. So the thing is, we need to understand Prabhuji's and Mataji's. Swati Mataji. Yeah, we will. Yeah. No, don't get distracted now. Okay. Okay. So distraction is something which is, because you wanted to be serious in spiritual life, but there is a possibility that for momentarily you might distract. For sometimes it happens to me when I go to ISKCON a bit for Bhagavatam class, and Prabhuji tells, suddenly I hear, very seriously I will hear. While hearing, like, happens, right? Yes or no? कभी किसी ने नींद हुआ या नहीं हुआ ना? So that is distraction. Now Prabhuji said, from distraction don't get deviated. Deviated means, अरे यार ये spirituality मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. I will leave ISKCON. I will leave Krishna consciousness. I will leave bhakti. Don't do that. Prabhuji and Mataji, you made an attempt to be Krishna conscious now. Try to understand that even when you are trying to make an attempt to be Krishna consciousness, it is why it is you are making, because already you have made some progress in your past life. Your journey is starting now. This message was sent to the entire Zenith that the satsangs are happening. So some people have registered. There are 200 members in the group. There is also journey. So for something they got attracted and they at least joined the group. No one has exited. That's also a journey. Now in that 200 lot, you 30, 40 have come. That's also a journey. My point is, if distracted also fine, but don't get deviated. Don't stop this. At least this life, you should understand the seriousness of this life. 3 things, Prabhuji and Mataji's. Boat is our body, and captain of the boat is our spiritual master, and waves which is supporting the boat to go in certain directions are the supporting elements which are there with you. What are the supporting elements? I am getting distracted now. Okay, so the point is, Prabhuji and Mataji, where was it? Yeah, boat is there, boat leader is there, and waters are there which is favoring for the boat to go. Now spiritual master is the leader. Now you are lucky that you got a wooden boat, you got a human body. Human body we got. Out of human body, no one can think, Prabhuji and Mataji. We are not Bharat Maharajas who got the deer body and still he remembered his past life. We are not in that consciousness. Don't try to compare us with Bharat Maharaj. Lucky that we got human body. In this human body only you can excel in bhakti, excel in spirit. You can excel yourself in spiritual life. And what are those supporting waters? Those supporting waters are these satsangs. These satsangs happening, this chanting happening, these Mataji's, Pujita Mataji, Amrita Mataji, both of them have attempted to sing Jagannath Ashtakam today. These are all those waters, supportive waters. Festivals are there. Festivals, participation in festivals is those supporting waters. Devotees are coming in your life. You are going to Yatra next week or 2 weeks after 2 weeks. All these are supporting waters, and we need a guru to channelize, because water supports, but we need a direction to that, right? So that is guru. So please, Project, I know from somewhere we went. So the determination is very required. Distraction, deviation, and determination. Determination is very much needed in spiritual life. Please. Next. Offering to the ancestors will help them continue in heavenly planets and also protect the ancestors from hellish planets. This explains how interconnected our society was and how much we all are dependent on each other. Now our modern education will promote independence. Hey, I'm independent, Ray. I'm ethnic member. Prabhuji's and Mataji's dependence is good. Dependence is good. Depend on your parents. Depend on your kids. Depend on God mostly. Dependence is a very good thing. Our current education is promoting dependence as negative thing. No. Next. Apasampradaya and worshipping fake avatars will not only destroy the current opportunity of human life, but it will make the ancestors suffer as well. Ancestors also will be suffering. I think I just feel that we are not having that faith, right? ఇక్కడ పిండం పెడితే వాళ్ళకి how it will be satisfied for them? You are not getting that logic, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? You are not able to convince, no?
Because we have deviated so much.
So much. That's what we got deviated so much actually. So much that we are not able to believe, but it is. Now for that only scriptures. You are not having faith in scriptures, we can't help it. There is detailed vidhi how it is done also. I was first time astonished to see in Triambakeshwar. 3 days we did Pinda Pradhan. Clearly prescription on birth of Putra and Putri. Yeah. So anyway, this is about Putra, having the importance of Putra. Putra should do it. If he is not properly performing these samskaras, that same Putra who is coming from that place is nothing but Mutra as well. Though he is coming from the organ, from where he is coming, he is called Putra only if he is able to deliver the parents from a planet called Put. There is a planet called Put who delivers his ancestors from a planet called Put is called Putra. And if he is not in a situation to deliver their forefathers, the same Putra is called Mutra. Okay? Now, mixed Varna Shankara, already we discussed mixture of Varnas, unwanted progeny, hence uncared. So, unwanted progeny, how much we care for? Who are coming from? Now, lot of Anadha ashramas are there. Probably once in a blue moon, you might not be having any negative intention towards them, but how much time you are spending with them? They are really uncared, right? Once in a blue moon, you might be giving some donation, they might be having some food, but are we really caring? It's very rare. So unwanted progeny, hence uncared, and hence unhappy. Hence they are unhappy. So offering to ancestors already discovered. Pinda Pindodaka, Shraddha ceremony, Pinda plus Udaka, food and water, Vishnu Prasadam. Now, philosophy of Pindadan. What it is? Offering of periodical food and water to forefathers. Based on what? Rules and regulation of fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Right process, worship Lord Vishnu and offer the remnants. Why we do it? To release them from many sinful reactions or ghostly existences. It's not that the forefathers are there in the hellish planets, they might be there here also as ghosts. We don't know. And who is not obliged for this? One in devotional life. One in devotional life who are dedicated their life for Lord Vishnu, for them. And why devotees are not obliged? Because devotional service relieves hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all miseries. Reference also is given. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, 41st shloka. Now 42. So let us try to do this together. दोषैरेतै कुलज्ञानं वर्णशङ्करकाकै उत्सृज्यन्ते जति धर्मा कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वतः. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community projects and family welfare activities are devastated. Yes or no? Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Community projects for the four orders of human society combined with family welfare activities as they are set forth by institutions of Sanatana Dharma or Varnashrama Dharma are designed to enable the human being to attain the ultimate salvation. Therefore, the breaking of Sanatana Dharma tradition by irresponsible leaders of the society brings about chaos in that society, and consequently people forget the aim of life, Vishnu. Such leaders are called blind, and persons who follow such leaders are sure to be led into chaos. As I told, in the Indian society at this moment we are having process, and we are having requirements clear, and we are having requirements are clear, and we are having process also in place, but we forgot the goal of life. We have forgotten. Okay, additional examples. So fighting will cause family destructions. Already we discussed. Culture is destroyed. Community projects and family welfare act stop. Importance of good population. It is basic principle for peace, prosperity and spiritual progress in life. What good population depends on? Chastity and faithfulness of womanhood. This logic is very difficult to understand, but yes, the good population in society depends on the chastity and faithfulness of womanhood. Is it making sense? Philosophy of Pindadan. Based on rules, already we discussed, so right process, I think already we discussed. Community projects and family welfare are important. They are set forth by Varnashrama Dharma or Sanatana Dharma. I think it's pretty clear, no need. Additional examples. Here Arjuna is saying Dharma will be destroyed, but first we have to understand the meaning of the word Dharma. Dharma is the nature of the soul which never changes, and that is to love and serve the Supreme Lord. No one can remove it permanently. Is it right? Are we able to feel it? The Dharma of a soul. What is the Dharma of the soul? But we forgot. What is the Dharma of sugar? Huh? To give sweetness, right? So even if you keep sugar in a bunch of salt, how it will taste? Sweet only. No, little bit hide will be there, no? Sweet only, no? So similar to sweet or fire, it will not forget its original nature. We as a soul, our original nature is, our original dharma is to serve the Lord. But we forgot. Yes or no? We forgot? Did we forgot? Riya? भूले नहीं क्या? भूले क्या? Forgot or not? अभी याद आ गया? Sometimes I really surprised. वो सच में फील से बोल रहा है या नाम के वास्ते बोल रहा है, समझ में नहीं आता मुझे.
अभी
फील से बोला है. Yes, actually, we getting in contact with the material life, we got polluted with the material energy, which is also energy of the Lord. So dharma can also be understood at social level. Here establishing Maharaja Yudhishthira is emperor is also explained as dharma. Here establishing Maharaja Yudhishthira as an emperor is also explained as a dharma. Why? Establishing Yudhishthira Maharaj as a king of the entire earth is also a dharma, because the king who is having a God consciousness only can impart God consciousness among the citizens. Okay, types and levels of dharma. Siddha, Jaiva, Nitya Dharma or Sanatana Dharma is to love and serve God unconditionally and uninterruptedly. Sadhaka Dharma. Here practicing devotees dharma is to follow the bona fide path to come come from Sadhaka Dharma to Sanatana Dharma. Jati Dharma. Here we are talking about Varnas. Even within Brahmana there are subdivisions. Brahmana Dharma also would be there. This is shown in a very exploitative and unjustified way by today's media, but they don't understand that it is a simple aspect of grouping for achieving the higher goals. So I think these are all we discussed. Yeah, let us go to the next one. Yeah, let us try to do this together. Utsanna kula dharmana manushyanam janardhana narake niyatam vaso bhavati ti anushruma. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. O Krishna, Arjuna is saying, please repeat after me. O Krishna, maintainer of the people, I have heard by disciplinic succession that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell always in hell. Yes. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna bases his argument not on his own personal experiences but on what he has heard from the authorities. That is the way receiving the real knowledge. So he is giving importance of the Guru Parampara, disciplinic succession. One cannot reach the real point of factual knowledge without being helped by the right person who is already established in that knowledge. There is a system in the Varnashrama institution by which before death one has to undergo the process of atonement for his sinful activities. One who is always engaged in the sinful activities must utilize the process of atonement called Prayaschitta. Without doing so, one surely will be transferred to hellish planets to undergo miserable lives as a result of sinful activities. In this verse, Arjuna is contemplating to the knowledge as he gained from the great sages. Yes, it is already there. Arjuna is explaining that people who are responsible for such devastation of dynasties will go to hell. Unlike the closed-minded way in which Quran or Bible is interpreted, where they say this is the only life and if one does not surrender to Lord Christ or Allah through Prophet Muhammad, one will go to hell eternally. Bhagavad-gita gives a much wider understanding on the transition of the living entity. In their this thing, they say that it is only one life, and after this life, you will go to hell or you will go to heaven. And furthermore, lot of things are said. I don't want to discuss here. Bhagavad-gita explains about the rebirth and move between different planetary systems based on karma and desires. There is a hope for every living entity to go back home, back to Godhead. One hopeful statement I wanted to make, Prabhuji and Mataji, is the Indians who are born in Bharatvarsha, even after their life in this body, will take birth in India as human beings. Is it not a good news? Is it not a good news? Relatively good news. At least many will not be happy, but at least we are not getting animal this thing, because at least even knowingly or unknowingly also you might have chanted. Being born in India, you might have at least taken once Lord's name might have been taken. So we need to understand the potency of his names. Hari Nam. At least we would have taken.
In India also, will I be born in the same region at the same age?
No, that guarantee can't be given. That guarantee, but you will be born as a human being. It is a little bit advanced topic,
And
but
all other animals, like if I am born as a dog, then also in India.
no. If you have taken Harinam, so that particular thing you need to study Garuda Puran. Animal, but India generally they will not be born. They will be born as humans. At least they would have taken, but again exceptions are there. But being born in India, that is the advantage. At least unknowingly or knowingly, you are even atheists also will take Lord's names once. Yes. Prabhuji,
it depends the end में हमारा
Prabhuji, now let us not compare ourselves with Bharat Maharaj, because Bharat Maharaj is a now tell me one thing, Prabhuji. He moved, but he taken birth as an animal. but he has retained the same consciousness in the animal also. Do you know that? Not he even in the deer body, also he got elevated, bro. From the current stage he got elevated. Even in the deer body. But let us not compare ourselves with the likes of Bharat Maharaj and all.
He was born as a deer.
Deer, yes,
Like next birth he will take
yes.
this.
Yes, but probably sometimes, no, Prabhu, these devotees, no, Prabhu, to set an example for us, it happens, Prabhu. But let us not literate literal meaning with that. Because what are the devotees they go through for Lord? No, we are not in a situation to go through. Because Krishna knows, ये बंदा कितना negative ले सकता है, Krishna knows. Okay, so.
Because there are a lot of even other animals which are born in India.
Yes, and they are born.
What were they in their previous birth?
Prabhuji, again I am saying, Prabhu, it is exceptions. Majority, they would be born as in human body, Prabhu.
Okay.
Exceptions are always there in Prabhu. In any cases, exceptions are there, Prabhu. Exceptions are there, no doubt about it. But majority, high percentage is higher. Shanti, ఏంటి disturbance ఏంటి? Whatever the disturbance happening? No, we can see it later. Why let us not disturb, no? Let us finish and then we can take care. No, we are honestly 15 minutes. Okay, fine. Okay, so false prophecies of sin being absorbed by one person, some fake avatar or yogi, eternally for others to continue commit sins is not propagated in the Sanatana Dharma philosophy. A living entity has to purify himself eventually through sadhana bhakti process and enter the kingdom of Lord Vaikuntha when Lord permits. 1.44. Let us do it together. Aho bata mahat papam kurtum vyavasita vayam yad rajya sukha lobhena hantum swajanam udyata. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Alas, how strange it is that we are preparing to commit greatly sinful acts, driven by the desire to enjoy royal happiness. We are intent on killing our own kinsmen. Yeah. So again, Arjuna is stressing this point of not purport. Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Driven by selfish motives, one may be inclined to such sinful activities as the killing of one's own brother, father, or mother. There are many such instances in the history of the world, but Arjuna, being a saintly devotee of the Lord, is always conscious of moral principles and therefore takes care to avoid such activities. Arjuna's argument, indecision, that we will discuss later. Krishna's tolerance after hearing this statement is great. Krishna's tolerance after hearing this statement is great, as Arjuna is the only investment Krishna has had to get the job done. Are you understanding this statement? Krishna's tolerance after hearing this statement is great, as Arjuna is the only investment Krishna had gone to the job done. Now, we need to, I hope everyone got this statement, right? All the while Krishna has put entire investment on Arjuna only for revealing the Bhagavadgita. Now he is coming to this situation. So he is a little perturbed. So in this verse, Arjuna is telling that he is affected by greed and wants to come out of it. Arjuna or Pandavas are not motivated by greed for the kingdom. They were honorable at all times. They followed the terms of punishment given on them. They even consented for Lord Krishna's reduced demand, not just 5 villages. So yeah, this is already discussed. Qualities displayed by Arjuna makes him perfect candidate to hear the message of Gita. That's fine. Yeah, I think the capacity of reasoning, the willingness of taking responsibility, yes, it is done. Great Acharyas of Ramanujacharya had taken several austerities to learn the meaning of each sloka of Gita. Yes. Yeah. No need. It's already covered. Yeah, 1.45. Let us do this together. यदि माम अप्रतिकारम अशास्त्रतम शास्त्र पानया धृतराष्ट्ररणे हन्युस्तुन्मक्षेमे तरं भवे. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapons in hand, were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. Yeah, it is something like, I don't know what example. You got the statement, right? With that weakness in his heart, even he is ready to be getting killed. Is it right? From Arjuna's point of view? Correct from Arjuna's point of view? It is correct. Yes, not supposed to.
As per his dharma, being of Kshatriya
Yes.
dharma, it's all.
Yes. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is a custom according to the Kshatriya fighting principle that an unarmed and unwilling foe should not be attacked. Arjuna, however, decided that even if attacked by the enemy in such an awkward position, he would not fight. He did not consider how much the other party was bent upon fighting. All these symptoms are due to soft-heartedness resulting from his being a great devotee of the Lord. Additional examples from Parampara. If Arjuna does not fight, he will be bereft of his status in life and left to beg for his sustenance. It is unthinkable, however, for Kshatriya to live by begging also. So for a Kshatriya, begging is unthinkable. Both his culture and his psychology don't allow it. I think already we discussed. Arjuna is sounding very material in his arguments, although he is accepting about next life and understanding the concept of soul, but he is still looking at the material gain and loss of the opponents. Yeah, at a materialistic level, his arguments will attract any materialistic person. Yes, at a materialistic level, his arguments will really attract materialistic people, right? Compassion. Even if you are doing, son is doing wrong, we will take the questions. Son is doing wrong and he is having compassion on his son and is not telling it is wrong. Is it right? How many we are seeing MP or a politician or some big guy, wala son commits an accident and he tries his level best to save him. Is it worth to show compassion to that kind of people? It is not. So middle people will see Arjuna told no, you should have compassion. I'm doing all the negative things. They will buy this Arjuna argument. Nothing wrong. Arjuna also has a problem. But Arjuna was a devotee, but you are not a devotee. Okay? At a spiritual level, his arguments are absolutely illogical. Welfare of society and welfare of individual persons at material level is inferior. It may externally appear that spiritual welfare might be sounding different from material welfare, but unless one first becomes spiritual, he will not understand this advanced welfare. Lord Krishna does allow Arjuna to fight the war with revenge as the motivating factor. Lord Krishna does not allow Arjuna to fight the war with a revenge as the motivating factor. Lord Krishna introduced Arjuna to the higher identity of the living entity and his relationship with divine. School में जाके बच्चों से fight करना is not a thing. Even if you are right, it's not. There is no need to argue with the kids. Ray, you are doing wrong, Ray. As per Bhagavadgita, it is not right, Ray. No need to give that knowledge. Who are not ready to receive it. Okay? Yeah. Destruction of family, death of elderly, destruction of family religious traditions, younger family members become irreligious. Yeah, all in sequence it is happening. Seeing them, women become irreligious. Then women become polluted, unchaste and degraded. Then unwanted progeny comes, which is a cause for hellish life. And from this unwanted progeny comes for ancestors of the family. How? And for family, how? For that also reasons given. Unwanted progeny. For ancestors of the family, we need to keep the pindadan. And for family, how are we going to give the knowledge? Give the knowledge to the unwanted progeny. How are we going to make the spiritual progress to them? How? He is asking questions. Arjuna. Now for that he is thinking of atonement. I will not do a war. And what kind of prayaschitta he is looking at? And is the prayaschitta right? There is a system in the Varnashrama institution by which before death one has to undergo the process of atonement for his sinful activities. Has anyone done kids for you? Do you feel till now? What is your age, Hamish? Yours? 12. In your little age of 11 to 12 years, did you feel that you have committed any sin? Are you sure? 100%? You did a what?
I killed a mouse.
You killed a
Mosquito.
mosquito. Yes. For that, punishment is already given to you. Already punishment is given to you. How? I will tell you after the session. Without fail, ask. Okay? Without fail, ask. But here, we need to understand that before a person dies, there is an opportunity for prayaschitta for everyone. There is an opportunity given. So here he is saying, one who is always engaged in sinful activities must utilize the process of atonement called the prayaschitta. Without doing so, one surely will be transferred to the hellish planets to undergo miserable lives as a result of sinful activities. And Arjuna's plan of atonement was what? Better for me if the sons of the Dhritarashtra weapons in hand were to kill me. Is it a right prayaschitta? No. It is not the right prayaschitta. Last sloka.
47 is 47.
Oh, sorry. 47 is there. 46 only, no problem. 46. Okay, anyway, 46. Let us read together. Sanjaya Uvacha. Okay, let us do it together. एवं उक्वार्जन संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशात् विसृज्य सा सरं चापं शोक संविघ्न मानसा. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. Sanjaya said, Arjuna having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. Okay. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. While observing the situation of his enemy, Arjuna stood up on the chariot, but he was so afflicted with lamentation that he sat down again, setting aside his bow and arrows. Such a kind and soft-hearted person in the devotional service of the Lord is fit to receive self-knowledge. But are we in that state of receiving the self-knowledge? But he was so afflicted with the lamentation that he sat down again, setting aside his bow and arrow. Such a kind, soft-hearted person. Are we kind and soft-hearted persons? Are we?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Good. So Arjuna, no, question अभी हो गया है. बाद में क्वेश्चन को मेरा टाइम लिमिट है, तो क्वेश्चन मैं बाद में लूँगा. Arjuna had vowed to kill anyone who even suggested that he put down his bow. I think already we discussed the pastime of Yudhishthira Maharaj and him, so I don't want to dwell there. Fight between Arjuna and Yudhishthira, already we discussed. Arjuna's saintlessness revealed. Soft-heartedness, does not want to kill even for exchange of the three worlds, ready to forgive any aggressors, considers evil consequences even at the risk of refusing obligation to fight, conscious of obligations to protect family traditions and morals. I think it's pretty straightforward. Conclusion, such a kind and soft-hearted person is fit to receive. Yeah, so that's what qualification of anyone to occupy the post of Yama is not ability to torture. Now tell me, this is a good statement actually. What is the qualification to become a Yamaraj? Do you know? You also can become Yamaraj. Do you know? You don't want to?
How can we?
If you want to, you can. It's a designation you can become if you want. So why? What is the qualification for becoming a Yamaraj? Kritika is thinking seriously.
Must be good in going with the buffalo.
Yeah. Any
A very kind person.
very kind person. Actually, this is the answer. You should be very kind. But he gives punishment. But we need to understand, when you have that balance only, he can do that duty. When that balance is there, then only qualification of anyone to occupy the post of Yama is not ability to torture. That is not the qualification. Arjuna, so qualification is he has to become kind to deliver the order of Lord, because this post was given to him by Krishna, so that proper assignment is done. And when to Yamaraj, if any devotee comes, he falls flat on the devotee's foot, lotus foot. Okay, so Arjuna, even though was the best warrior, still was not proud to exhibit his skills. Yeah, fine. So we are done with the chapter. Everyone say loud Haribol. Now I think the first chapter is pretty straightforward, and the questions or the dilemmas what Arjuna has asked are pretty logical, and all those things were there. And our Supreme Lord entry would be made in the next chapter, second chapter. But for the second chapter, there is a lot of gap. Yeah, first Jagannath should come. No, first Jagannath should come, then Narasimha should come, then chapter will come.
Anyway, chapter 2 is a summary of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, and what are the biggest chapters in Bhagavad Gita?
18. 2 and 18.
2 and 18, yes. 2 and 18 are the biggest chapters with 76 and 77 slokas. So please be patient. And any questions till now? Yeah, tell me. मच्छर का जब प्रसादम अपन खाएंगे तब बताऊंगा मैं आपको. सच में, I really will tell you. हाँ? No, we are going to have a quiz. It will be covering the summary also. Quiz. We are going to start the quiz. Now, there will be 30 questions with multiple choice questions. Everyone should answer. Okay? Yeah.
Can we decide what we want to become, or like what animal we want to become?
No, if you really wanted to become, you can become.
Yeah, at the end of the
You can become. You raise dog day and night till your life. You serve the dog only. And for office also you take. And morning you serve also. No, seriously, I'm not joking. Actually, when you are asking like this, once Srila Prabhupada was there in Boston, I think. Boston he was there. One person came to the satsang, and he asked Srila Prabhupada, I want to become pig. Can I become pig? My blessings are there with you. You can become. You can become actually. What do you think? I mean, I'm sorry if someone is raising dog, but nothing wrong in raising animals. But the consciousness should be good. Then there is a probability if you are serving dog non-stop 24/7, there is every possibility that by the end of time you will remember dog only. Yes or no? And whatever the remembrance is there, that you will become in the next life. It's easy.
If we remember God while dying,
Yes.
we become God.
No. You'll go to God. You'll be with God, and you will never take birth.
Will we become a demigod?
Yes, there is a possibility you can become demigod.
Demigod, no, you'll be even higher, you'll be going to directly come.
No. Can you become a Devata is asking.
No, but if he thinks about Krishna, he won't become demigod.
Ah.
If you think
No,
about
but he
demigod, then you become demigod.
but he wants to become a demigod, right? Yes.
You want to become
Demigod, Devata. Then worship Devatas. Durga Mata, Ganesh Maharaj, and other Nava, what is it? Indra, Varuna, and Suryadev. Everyone you can worship, you can become a Devata also. Please, Prabhuji and Mataji, try to understand, Devatas are also, getting a Devata position is not easy. They are pure devotees of the Lord. Suryadev is serving Lord without taking a single leave. Now Suryadev says, Krishna, my relatives are coming, I will take one day leave. What will happen? So we are not strict devotees like Suryadev or Varunadev or Indradev. We are not eligible. But yes, if you are really having, you should excel, you should satisfy Krishna, and if you are going with that consciousness, Krishna, I wanted to serve as a Devata to you, you can become a Devata.
If I have a pet dog, and if I give him the name of a
Krishna.
garden, and while dying, I will take his name because he's my favorite pet. Then will I become a god?
Huh? No. Now there also, when you are now, that's a very intelligent question what you asked. Very intelligent question what you asked. Now you think like that. Now Krishna, is a cheater of cheaters, right? Now you wanted. It is something like. Okay, while dying we should remember Krishna, right? I will take a pistol and Krishna, thap.
Prabhuji, there is that story, Prabhuji, where
Ajamil. Now coming to your question, now point is now आप कुत्ते को पालोगे लेकिन उसको say that no offense intended गणेशा करके नाम रखा. So day in and day out you are serving Ganesha only. Now by leaving, कृष्णा को मालूम है तुम सच में गणेश महाराज को याद देवता गणेश देव को याद कर रहे हो या गणेश नाम रखा उस कुत्ते को याद कर रहे हो, वो कृष्णा को मालूम है और तेरे को भी मालूम है इनफैक्ट. So accordingly he will say
Whatever you think.
whatever. Yeah.
What if there's a person who has said Krishna throughout his life,
Yes.
and at the last, he sees a lion and he picks up a lion and he dies. Will he become a lion the next time?
Yeah, then Krishna gives a special privilege. No, even that sense also Krishna understands. The question was one devotee is there, hardcore devotee is there, pure devotee is there, and he went to jungle and he sees a lion and lion is attacking. Oh lion करके करे he killed, he died. Then he will be taking birth as a lion. Now Skanda Prabhu, now this lion when he is remembering, right? Krishna knows whatever the thing he has done till date. He shows that partiality towards devotees. And he knows, his Bhava also knows. And the situation what you are telling, it is a very hypothetical situation.
So in that
Bharat Maharaj. But here in the case is different. The case, Bharat Maharaj intentionally got attached to deer. And that's what here the Bharat Maharaj case and this example case is different. In the Bharat Maharaj case, he intentionally got attached to deer, but here it's not an attachment. It's out of fear. He is remembering lion.
fear or in whatever case, what I feel is if he is a very strong devotee and at the end he dies and taking Krishna said whoever name you take you die. You will get that done. But because of all the good karma he has, he might become a lion, but in the Sheikh's house where he doesn't need to do anything, he'll get the food. So he'll be lion, but getting all the privileges. He doesn't need to go to the forest.
No, Prabhu, Skanda Prabhu, see, in that scenario also, if he is a pure devotee, right? If he is a pure devotee, even at that adverse situation also, he will accept that Krishna, I think you have put me in this situation. Done, Krishna, that's fine, it's okay. If he is a pure devotee, he will think like that. But unfortunately, Skanda Prabhu, we are not pure devotees. You have talked about pure devotee, right? Pure devotee, even that situation also, he will think that Krishna, I think you have put me in this situation. I think you want me to leave this body in this situation. Please, Krishna, I am remembering you. Please take me safely. Please, Krishna, in this attempt of remembering you, if I am falling a bit, please take care of me. In that consciousness, he lives and.
But at that time,
That's what Mataji, even the pure devotee in that fearful situation also, he is a what is it? Stable person को क्या बोलते हैं प्रभु? सिद्ध प्रज्ञा. Even in that situation, in that calamitic situation also, he would be very balanced. If he is a pure devotee.
So normal people
Yes.
Krishna's
Yes. Pure devotees, they. మాతాజీ
yeah,
ఇదారు నేను మనం ఏదో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పుకుంటున్నాం కానీ ఆ సిచ్యువేషన్స్ రావు కానీ నిజంగా వస్తే కదా దే విల్ బి థింకింగ్ దట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ దే విల్ బి టేకింగ్ దిస్ సిచ్యువేషన్ లైక్ దిస్ ఓన్లీ కృష్ణ ఐ థింక్ యూ హ్యావ్ పుట్ మీ దిస్ మన భక్తి రాఘస్వామి మహారాజ్ ఉంది డివోటీస్ హ్యావ్ డ్యూ టు దట్ బాంబ్ ఆర్ డ్యూ టు ట్రై టు సేవింగ్ ద డీటీస్ హీ లాస్ట్ హిస్ లెగ్ సో కృష్ణ ఐ థింక్ యూ హ్యావ్ పుట్ మీ ఇన్ ద సిచ్యువేషన్ వన్ యాక్చువల్లీ some small kid like Havish has asked that Maharaj once a time, what happened to your leg? Like that unknowingly with childish innocence he has asked, what happened to your other leg? No, Krishna liked my leg, so he has taken. Krishna has given me this body, and Krishna has taken this body. That's it. With full conviction, with full commitment he has given this. It's not for the only mere the sake of saying Mataji. Maharajas, sannyasi Maharajas are at different level. Try to understand that. Don't come, though they might be appearing like normal people like us, but their consciousness is at a very high level. It is not compared with us.
So if it is anyway pure devotee, when he is hit by or attacked by Krishna, by Lord, the first word or the last word will be Krishna only.
Even